Greetings, everyone. It's Nanette Saylor here again, your creativity mentor, with another little creativity tip and just a fun little story. The other day when I created that one video that ended up being, oh gosh, I don't know, 20 minutes long, much longer than I originally intended, I realized as I was reviewing it how difficult it's been for me to stay focused on looking at the camera. So I needed something to help me with that. And my original inspiration was to share with you my buddy, my little Tasmanian devil guy here. And I was going to try to figure out, because I love this guy, he makes me remember that crazy making and chaos does not have to be a creative life, right? I talked about that the other day, about how discipline can actually be a part of being a creator, that rituals and practices and routines are actually good things. So, but the problem is that when I tried to attach this guy to the top of my laptop, it didn't work very well. I couldn't figure out how to strap him on. So I could have gotten frustrated and given it up and said, forget it, not going to do it. But I went back to the drawing board and I said, okay, well, you know what, I can share this little buddy of mine with you today and just say, hey, hello, everybody, this is Taz. Taz is kind of my crazy reminder that life doesn't have to be so hard and crazy. So that's Taz, but he's not going to serve as the reminder for me to keep focused on the camera. So found this in my office and decided, aha, look at that. This little rose can actually get attached to the back of my computer. Let's see if I take this piece of tape here and I put it on the back of my computer. Then I can have a rose that I look at that represents all of the beautiful people that I am talking to today. All of you out there in Expand Your Impact Land, and everyone else who might be viewing this video either today or sometime in the future, since it will be recorded and archived over on my YouTube page. So that simple process is the kind of thing that I encourage all of you to consider when you're working on a project. If you get stuck, if your first inspiration doesn't work, that doesn't mean you have to give up. One of the key things to being a creative being and to using and channeling your creative energy is getting comfortable with the idea that your first attempt might not work. In fact, it's pretty highly likely that the first time that you try to do something, that what you had in your head, what your imagination saw, that you then channeled into inspiration and that you actually put into action, that first attempt is probably, in fact, most likely not going to look like what your imagination had as the outcome. Sometimes it might actually even be better, but sometimes it's pretty crappy. And then we have to look at it and, without beating ourselves up, be thankful for the opportunity to have done this thing in some less than perfect way. And remember that the act of doing is what gets us in the process of discovering, uncovering, and birthing this new, even better, bigger, greater, wonderful thing that you are creating. So remember, as you head out into the world of doing things that make you uncomfortable, like me doing these videos, that they're likely not going to work out. My first attempts are likely not going to be what I expected them to be. And boy, oh boy, I can tell you for sure that my first attempts were not what I expected them to be. And I was presented with a choice. I could have said, you know what, forget it. Done with the 21-day challenge, not going to do it. These don't look like they're getting any better. My inner critic is screaming at me that, what the heck are you doing here? Just give it up because this is awful, right? I could have listened to all of that. Or I do what I'm doing now, which is simply turn on the video camera and try again. And keep trying until I get better at it. Because somewhere along the line, it's a guarantee that I will improve, no matter what. Practice does make progress. And if I choose to give it my full and complete undevoted attention for an extraordinary amount of time, then I could actually become a real expert in making videos. But for now, my intention is not to be a video expert, is it? Or it isn't, I will say that definitively. For now, my intention is simply to learn how to use video to convey messaging that can be helpful to you, my audience, in some way. And along the way, it's helpful for me too to see what comes up in this process so that I can help those who start after me to get through it too. Because we all are just fumbling our way along, doing things that we're not used to doing when we go out and try to create something new. So I hope you will join me, even if you don't jump into a video challenge. I hope you will join me in pushing yourself a little bit. I hope you will join me in remembering that your first attempts are not going to be perfect, and that that's okay, and that it's actually a good thing to mess it up a couple of times, because you know you're making progress as you do, and you're staying in motion. So with that, I will say goodbye for the day. Have fun creating. More than anything, allow yourself the freedom, the flexibility, the permission to play, to make whatever it is that you're dreaming of, whatever it is that you're creating. Let it be fun and light and easy. Laugh at yourself and allow yourself to grow in the process. Bye for now.